Hmm. Hello. Welcome everyone, people from Speed Gaming channel, to our annual, first and annual, uh, 4v4 relay race for Spider-Man games. This is Spider-Mania 2022. We're going to be racing each other, like four players against another four players. We are top runners from Spider-Man games, and well, let me introduce myself first then. I'm Sotalier, I'm a speedrunner from Peru, and I'm gonna be running Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro in this race. I'm gonna be playing for Team Venom, and my next partner is also for this team. It's Ink. Can you present?
Hey guys, yeah, I'm Mink Blowout. I am going to be running Spider-Man 2000 90% hard mode. I will be representing Team Venom. So happy to be here. And yeah, that's about it.
Next we have Burke.
Hey guys, I am Burke Maverick. I run Spider-Man 2018 a lot, and I will be running New Game Plus Backpack percent and representing Team Venom.
Right now it's Kirich-san.
Oh, hello, my name is Kirill. I start the Team Venom and I playing DLC The Haste, Ultimate, Hard.
Great. Now for the other team, the Team Spidey, we have Recon.
Yes, I'm Recon. I'm running Turf Wars, representing Team Spidey. It's gonna be very fun, I think.
Then
We
have,
hope.
Then we have Face.
Hello, my name is FaZe, and I'll be running Spider-Man 2002, 90% Spider-Man, and I'll be running Team Spidey.
And fine. No, and then we have Sly.
Oh, I think Sly is deafened.
Like, this is the
Oh.
part where you introduce.
All right.
Oh no.
Sir,
Deafened.
Magnum, please introduce Sly.
Okay, because my boy Sly Finkelton is addressing chat right now, I will be taking over the intro. My name is Sir Magnum. I am not the ones. I'm not the one streaming, but I am the one paying attention. I can tell you that. Sorry for being put on the spot. I'll be commentating Sly's run of Spider-Man 2, and I'm Team Spidey all day, every day, baby. We're gonna go freak mode. Let's go.
All right.
I sense bias.
So Rebel Dragon is also in the race, but he's gonna be coming like a bit late. But no worries. He's a speedrunner for Marvel Spider-Man as well, and he's gonna be running Silver Lining, I believe. So our commentary for this specific race, for this specific game, which is Marvel Spider-Man, it's gonna be Pessimist and Burke. Pessy.
Hi, I'm Pessilus. I run a lot of the Insomniac Spider-Man games, so this should be a fun race.
Great. Now everything should be set up now. Our first race is gonna be starting with Kirich and Recon, both playing Marvel Spider-Man. One's in the category of Haste in Ultimate, and the other one playing Turf Wars. All right. Let me check if everything goes well now. If my PC won't explode. Transition. All right.
The biggest question. I has question
I
that I
believe
should have asked before, actually.
So if we're ready,
Are we sitting in separate channels? Are we sitting in separate channels, or are we just all going to be in here talking over each other?
No, just
That's the question I
everyone is
have.
here. I mean, you could like mute if you want to. You can mute yourself.
Okay.
And
Oh, you included the dog on the stream. That's kind of cute.
all
To
right.
say, Team Spidey digging for sympathy points with the doggo.
Yeah, if you don't enjoy the run,
Best. I mean, one of
he'll
our
hunt
runners
you.
didn't even introduce themselves, so like, come on now.
So
Don't worry.
Rebel doesn't need to introduce himself. You'll know him when he gets here.
Yeah, we forgot about. Where is Ben? Please introduce yourself, Ben.
I'm Ben Clever Name. I'm a relatively new speedrunner for Spider-Man 2002 PC. I'll be commenting for FaZe, and don't really know what else to say about that, to be honest. I'm looking forward to this, looking forward to seeing him run, looking forward to commentating and all of that. Just hope we all have a pretty good time here.
Yep. All right. Thank
So,
you. Yeah, let's have fun. Are you ready, Kirich and Recon? You guys both ready?
I am ready.
Yeah, ready.
All right. So we'll start the race then in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Right. Bessie, Burke, the floor is all yours.
Right. So, waiting for them to load into the DLC. Recon's doing Turf Wars, and he's going to have a big, juicy fight to start things off. While it's going to take Chris a little bit to get in here. Recon is on the easiest difficulty, Friendly Neighborhood, so he's going to be relying a lot on the gadget called a Spider Drone, that shooty bang bang, essentially. And you have to clear out every enemy in this fight. It's called Blindsided. It's a real pain in the butt, major reset point for people trying to get PBs in this. And he's just trying his best to go where the enemies are going to spawn, put drones in their way. Hopefully the drones take care of things. There's always an RNG element of if the drone will actually take out the dudes they're supposed to take out.
Okay.
Right, but this is going kind of standard at the moment. By comparison, Krista, getting into his first fight, is on the ultimate difficulty. Drones do basically nothing for him, so he's going to rely on trying to web guys up. Just webbing guys to walls instantly takes them out. He also finishers using the focus bar in the top left instantly take dudes out and get gadgets. So Chris is going to be using a bunch of those together.
Yeah.
Recon, just nice little visual reset glitch. Burke, do you want to explain that?
So what he did there was when the cutscene starts, you can go into the graphics mode and you can use the PS5 create menu on top of that to freeze the game for a second. And when he exited out of it, it kind of launches him up in the air and you just restart checkpoint and that will skip a couple of enemies.
Okay, nice second try Web Blossom clip there. It's the spacing on it can be a little weird, but Web Blossom's one of his suit powers, and he had to reload checkpoint just to get it off cooldown, and Web Blossom just can very easily clip Spidey out of bounds with just the way the animation goes. So he managed to clip out. It causes a big old void. If you've never seen out of bounds in this game, it's something. And this just skips a bunch of wall crawling stuff that would eat up a bunch of time. Just go to events that has the end mission trigger. And that was a perfectly respectable Blindsided. Blindsided's a very tough split.
It's a very hard split. I only wanted to get really good at it when I was getting really low times, because that's when you really need the time save.
It's very easy to get into reloading mode constantly. It's very easy to just get stuck with that. So now Recon's going into, it's kind of an auto-scroller of sorts. He's just running the spider bot around while Chris is doing some story progression, mostly waiting on dialogue, but we're going to have to switch over to Chris' view for the action in a second here, because he's about to do the primary fight of Maria, which is a pain in the butt on any difficulty. On Ultimate, it's a massive pain in the butt. But first, he's going to try to take out just a handful of dudes at the start of this, use stealth while you can get the instant one-hit takedown. And then it's going to cause the second phase of the fight where these thugs are all going to try to steal paintings. And it's basically a tower defense thing. If any of them get out of the building, it's a game over. So you need to take the dude stealing the art out. And this first guy is always the same. He'll always steal the art right behind where Chris starts this mission. After that, it's complete RNG. So Chris is going to be doing his best to try to clear out dudes just around the area so they don't get in his way, and react to the RNG of which art pieces are currently under threat and which will cause him to have to run all around the arena, essentially. It's a unbelievably hard fight to speedrun because there's a lot of RNG elements in it. In Ultimate, you're seeing how many gadgets he's trying to use already, because drones just don't do much of anything. You need to use your finishers, which means you need to use web gadgets to get focus, and you need to web guys up. And it's just all a big old game of gadget management. Chris using a lot of hitting dudes up in the air or into walls so he can web them with the web shooter, because the web shooter will always reload. You don't need to rely on using a finisher to get it back. So good work on that, just trying to make sure he always has a gadget to use for when the next thug spawns in, which you can see how quickly they can run away just like that. So yeah, anything to add, Bert? This is just a very, very hard split.
Like, just Ultimate in general, it is very, very different comparison to Friendly Neighborhood, which is the easiest difficulty. So again, it's like a bunch of gadget management, and then in Friendly Neighborhood, you get gadgets like every 2 enemies, while
It
in
feels
Ultimate,
like it.
it's like in Ultimate, you just barely get any.
Yeah, because the way you get gadgets is taking out dudes gives you a random chance to get gadgets. But that's affected by the difficulty. You'll see in Redcon's run, he's going to just use drones, and he's going to get those drones back without having to use finishers, typically. Chris will not have that luxury. He needs to use his finisher in order to get the gadget back. So it becomes a big old game of trying to manage resources on top of dying in a few hits. So speaking of, really tough part of the Maria here is going to go in the middle and Web Blossom to try to clear out a bunch of dudes. And now this is all gadget management. There's a bunch of dudes here. You have to use 2 of your focus bars to take out this thug or bad things happen. And now it's just going to be survival mode, really. See, just trying to throw out some drones just to get a little bit of damage, try to distract the enemies so they can't do too much to you. And Recon's the quieter part of his run right now. Things will speed up significantly once he's done following these police cars.
Yeah, the start of Turf Wars is a bit slow, but it really picks up.
Well, you
during
start with
the-
Blindsided, which is intense,
it is
and
really
then
intense,
it slows down. And then it slows down a bit. See, looks like Chris is on his last couple dudes. It's like, yep, he honestly, the Maria on Ultimate, if you survive, like, you're happy. Is kind of what it comes down to.
Yeah.
He survived, he's happy, he's doing a nice little slingshot where you slam to the ground and then swing out of it. That gives you some momentum. But yeah, Chris just getting out of it alive, he's got to be happy enough with that. As Rickon's just going in front of the escort where he knows enemies will be. That will stop the police cars from doing their thing. Just going to take the guys out. And when he gets an audio cue that I forget what the audio cue is, he can leave. And just go to where the next mission is going to spawn. A lot of speedrunning the Insomniac Spidey games are just knowing navigation and knowing where missions will spawn and knowing where to go to spawn them and like how to navigate the city. It's a lot of memorization, which I didn't realize that the fast travel point was that close to the mission. That's news to me. Nice.
Yeah, and also the thing about fast travel points is because he used Spider Bro during that fight. If you don't have your suit power refilled, you can go to a fast travel point, and then your suit power will just be instantly refilled again.
Nice. Yeah. Recon's going into a big old fight with these dig boys, where pop the drone where the guys are going to spawn in, beat them up a bit. In
Move on to
theory,
the
it doesn't
next.
go too bad most of the time. This last dig boy can be annoying. He wants to ideally have Spider Bro just take out the gun itself. He'll play it safe and just take it out himself. That's perfectly respectable. These shield guys are a pain.
Probably saving it for the last couple of guys.
Yeah, Chris was just doing Spider Bro things similar to what Recon did earlier. And Chris is now going to go in Long Lost Loot, where he's just going to swing around the city for a little bit and have Spider-Man be easily fooled, essentially. But yeah, that was a perfectly fine last stand by Recon there. Like, you just want guys, if things go well on Friendly Neighborhood, guys just disappear as fast as they spawn in, basically. That's the general idea of things.
They really don't have any health.
So like on Friendly Neighborhood, they don't. You just kind of shred everything. Just the contrast between these two runs right now is pretty drastic.
Yeah, it's honestly kind of nice that we have two runs here that are on like the easiest and the hardest difficulty, just to show the complete differences between the two on how you do the combat.
They are completely different video games. If we can talk a bit about movement with Chris doing it. If you're really going in a straight line is the most important thing. Swinging is just doing a swing and jumping off the swing at a low point is always the fastest form of movement. But if you're going in a straight line where, like, in order to go in a straight line, like what Chris is doing here, point launching is going to be quicker if it means you can keep the straight line. So it's a balance of, like, what is the fastest line? Is there room for me to swing successfully? If so, I'll do that. If not, I'll point launch, and I'll kind of interject the two. And just lines are really the main thing, because there's a maximum speed that you can go in this game, and the point launch will get you there just as well as the swinging will, as long as you can maintain it. So it's always what the runners feels comfortable maintaining, what is just the straightest line to wherever the heck we want to go. As Chris equipping Equalizer here, this is where this run gets spicy. So Equalizer is a suit power that reads everything dies in one hit, including you. So Chris is just going to play on one hit mode for basically the rest of this run.
Yeah. When you use Equalizer, you really have to be careful.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not
one
active.
small mistake is just death.
Yeah, it's
Especially
only
on Ultimate.
active when you actually use the suit power, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's very easy to just have some guy off screen snipe you if you're not careful. So he's just going to try his best to use some web mines, try to get these guys webbed up as they come out of the door. That was nicely done. And he didn't use a finisher there because he wants to save focus for this minigunner. That is just the most efficient way to deal with him. And it also gives you some of your gadgets back, so it makes things a little easier in the long run. Like, the difference between routing and ultimates and Friendly Neighborhood is just the gadget and focus management is so different because Recon just doesn't care about focus in this run for the most part. That's not really a thing he's thinking about.
Yeah, because what you really think about throughout Friendly Neighborhood is how many drones do you have, and then is Spider Bro on cooldown?
Yeah, one of the coolest strats in the heist run on Chris' stream here, where he's going to take out the minigunner, and then he's going to use electric webs to just stun these guys near their spawn point, and he's just going to keep them there and wait for the rest of the waves to spawn in and just keep stunning them. As long as you take out 2 thugs here, it'll spawn the rest of them in, and electric webs do exactly 1 damage, meaning you can just pop Equalizer and everything that's electric webbed will just heal over.
Yep,
Like,
that.
guys, got over him a bit, so now he's improving. He got very close to death there, but he got away with it.
Really good recovery.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to see happen in that mission, is anyone get out of the choke point. Meanwhile, Recon taking care of his own minigun pretty effectively. Just electric web, punch him about a bit, and then they are not half as scary. And the hard part about trying to commentate these 2 runs side by side is there's an equal amount of skill being showcased in just completely different ways.
Yeah.
Because Friendly Neighborhood is so optimized that, like, the positioning and the exact places you want to use gadgets and the exact, like, movement and tech of where you want to go and how you want to use your drones and everything like that can get lost in the shuffle of things just kind of keel over. where Chris does, some of it's slightly more self-evident in just how many of your resources you're using at a time. Speaking of, he doesn't have the gadgets he really wants for this mission, so he's just going to drop in and try to use some finishers to farm some gadgets back.
Actually getting a lot of gadgets during that.
Oh yeah, he should have a setup where you get 2 gadgets per finisher with your suit mod you have equipped, and you have an ability to use 2 finishers back to back. So that's 4 gadgets, just basically immediately. That's basically the wombo combo that makes Ultimate a feasible run to do fast. Because it's that ability to quickly chain into finishers to get gadgets back, to properly manage your gadgets and have something to use that allows you to go fast. Also, nice work by Recon getting on top of the truck. That can be hard sometimes. It's like, do you want to talk about the accessibility features, Burke?
Yeah, so I didn't see if he did it, but there's an accessibility feature called Chase Assist, to where during chase missions, vehicles will slow down so you can catch up to them. So for this mission, he will use it to his advantage to get to the next truck way earlier than he's supposed to, and also be closer to where the mission ends.
Chris actually just going to this crime here to try to get some gadgets back. That's very smart of him to do. He'd just be waiting for this mission to spawn in otherwise.
Yeah.
It's a small little optimization there. Like, hey, if you get lucky, go for it, right? I never get those things in my run, so yeah, as Raycon chase down the trucks well, he's just going to swing to the end of Lockup here. Lockup is one of those real make or break missions for just if you're trying to PB. There's a lot going on in that mission.
I would say the next mission definitely is.
Don't remind me.
Because the next mission is it's a very weird one. There's 2 stop lock spots in the entire mission, and it will just lose you a lot of time, especially if you get the one near the end, because you are forced to abandon the mission and do the whole 6-minute mission again, which is not very fun.
Let's hope Recon is ready to it's ready to. We have some workarounds to try not to get shot locked, but it's hard. Little bread and butter ultimate combo for Chris. Just web bomb 2 web guys up and concussion blast sticks into a
Web
wall.
Bomb Concussive is a very good combo.
It's a super effective combo. As this is a tricky fight. He's going to try to pop down a bunch of drones and use the equalizer, and that was nicely done.
That was a very good fight.
And now Chris is going to just swing to where the next mission spawns, and he's going to wait there for like 5 minutes. So
I don't think it's actually 5 minutes, but it kind of feels like it.
it's at least 3 or 4. It's a decent amount of time. So yeah, but Chris, no deaths so far. Like honestly, ultimate, like that's really all you can ask for in a no reset is just don't die. As Recon continues on with Fury's Revenge. This is such a long mission.
Yeah.
And you can get very screwed by the end of it if the game so chooses. Yeah, Rebel has informed me that it's that the wait after this one is exactly 3 minutes 52 seconds. Because of course Rebel knows these things. Recon, going to the first part where this can soft lock. First, it's going to do a backpack skip. Just certain instances of dialogue in the game. You can view a collectible in the game called a backpack, and just you open it, and Peter has some quip about like what the backpack is or some lore thing, and that can interrupt certain dialogue in the game. So just small time save from Recon to do that to start making these orbs spawn a little quicker. And then it's always the fourth one that has the doctor he's looking for. And your game can just soft lock here where I don't even know how to explain the soft lock. You just do the eavesdrops and everything just breaks. And thankfully that didn't happen.
Yeah, you would go to the first bubble, and then there would be no triangle prompt, which would force you to... I think you could just reload checkpoint instead of abandoning the entire mission.
I think you can for that one. And now just a little bit of a tailing for Recon here before he goes on the scariest part of the mission, which we can explain now because Chris will have things going on when he gets there. Essentially, the last part of Fury's Revenge is a big old stealth segment. You have to eavesdrop on a bunch of people during the mission and then take them all out without being seen. And there are a million ways to do that, where if you kill the guys too quickly, the game just soft locks. And if the game soft locks, it soft locks to the point where resetting checkpoint doesn't do anything. You have to quit the whole mission, as Burke was alluding to. Do the whole mission over again. So he's going to try to do the eavesdropping in a specific way and try to delay killing guys in a certain way to not get the soft lock, but it's very weird. It just happens sometimes. As he goes to the first one, just swing on by those guys, take a couple of guys out using stealth. And just pop some drones down. The drones will start shooting immediately, but the guys are invulnerable until the dialogue's done, so you can just pop a drone and they'll start shooting them eventually.
Yeah.
This is all pretty specific movements, so that just to get the eavesdrops, I'll just overlap some dialogue, get the eavesdrops done quickly as possible, and hopefully, if he delays these last runs just right, he won't soft lock, and everything will be wonderful.
And that is looking like a soft lock to me.
It definitely looks like a soft lock to me. Let's find out.
Oh no, okay, he's okay. No, they are getting out the door. They just stood there for a bit.
Yep, looks like he's being extra cautious before taking out the guys. After
Yeah, seems
Spidey's
good.
last bit of dialogue, you can be seen. So there you go. Yeah, the wait that Chris just had was 4 minutes, by the way. It's kind of Jace Black Cat here. Spidey will parkour himself for the most part, as Rickon goes on his last mission of the run. Turf Wars is real quick.
Yeah. And there's also no waiting times between missions. It's just like one mission to another.
Yes, Chris caught up with Cat to not spawn a car animation there. Saves a couple seconds.
Yeah, he went a bit to the left. He went to the left side, which just completely avoids the spawn point of where the cars are.
So Chris can die in this tunnel segment with the electricity things on ultimate. That just can deal damage. Raycon, nice reload. Time to reload when the first wave of enemies got KO'd, so that when he reloaded, the next wave instantly spawned in, and it despawns a few of the enemies, makes it so there's a little less he has to deal with. So that was well done, as he continues just dropping drones where these dig boys are going to come up. Like, one more minigunner. And just a couple more waves here, and this is a very clean first part to bring down the hammer right now. As action on both screens here, as Chris is going to try to do some specific movement to wave up Black Cat before the tennis courts, and Rickon's going to change to negative shockwave and use it to hold the weapon wheel. The weapon wheel will cause the hitbox to stay out for multiple seconds, so that Hammerhead here will be KO'd instantly. And then reload for the second phase, do the exact same thing again, and it will be time when when Hammerhead is down.
And there it is.
And that is time. Looks like a PB for Rickon. Like, it's a solid run, 26, no reset, solid stuff. Meanwhile, Chris had a very good Black Cat chase. So,
Yeah.
Great.
So both runners doing very good over here. Well done, Rickon.
All right, so Recon finished
Paid.
one game for the Spidey team. Let me just do the transition here. It's 26-18, right?
26.
Yep.
All right, perfect.
As Chris comes on let me pull up the exact time because I have it now. A 3-minute 52-second wait before his next mission.
Waiting for pizza.
He's waiting 3 minutes 52 seconds for a pizza to be delivered, which
Alrighty.
is really good.
Yeah, it's really good service.
Yeah, good job on the pizza delivery, guys.
Especially since it's also rooftop. It's also rooftop delivery.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that restaurant deserves a 5-star on Yelp. Is again, Rickon's just trying to get some gadgets back with the crime spawn. If you can get away with it, why not? I'm pretty sure it doesn't stop the timer, so if you can get away with it,
Yeah, it doesn't stop the timer, but I think the slowdowns.
Yeah, I think the
after
slowdowns from
finishing
the finisher
crimes
do
really
slow it
really
down.
hurt.
Yeah, I think that does slow down the timer. I think you're right. I always try to avoid the crimes for that reason if I can. Yeah, and Rebel's also confirming anything that slows down the game slows down the timer. So every finisher he does slow down the timer a few seconds. You got a 25 this
Uh,
morning. Nice, Rickon. So, still good run. 26 no reset. Not bad.
okay, I believe Face is ready for his race now. So, okay, Facey, are
Should
you
I
ready?
start
What?
right now? Should I start right now?
Yeah,
Starting in
I
three,
think.
Okay.
two, one. Let's go.
All right.
All right, I put.
You have plenty of time to explain your run, dude.
Alright, so I'm sure a lot of people are already familiar with the fact that this game is very derivative from the Spider-Man 2000 for PS1 and Dreamcast and all of that. You have much of the same character designs, combos, and stuff like that. So you're gonna see a lot of things that look kind of familiar, but different at the same time. And here in this level, right now, the goal is supposed to be to interrogate a bunch of thugs in order to find the location of Uncle Ben's killer. But since the game doesn't really care if they're alive or not, you got to see him go around and just web yank them off of the roofs and speed through it that way. And as you already know, he's gone through all of that, so now he's about to head to the next level, which is very quick, very quick section right here. The next level's going to feature some skips, really just one in particular. You're supposed to beat up a bunch of guards in order to progress through different areas, but because of the nature of this game, he's able to perform a skip by using one of the thugs, tying them up, and then hopping on their shoulders to get through the garage door here. And because of that, he's able to skip through a cutscene, which would have called for a different guard to move into a different area. And the reason that matters is because he has to go and defeat that guard in order to get the fuse so that he can unlock that garage door to progress to the next mission. And that saves, I don't even know how long it saves, but it saves a good portion of time. And then after that, he's going to perform another glitch, which I hate. Apparently, he just got it instantly, which is good. It lets him clip through the wall so that he doesn't have to go through the vent. And then he's going to finish up here by beating up a bunch of thugs using the web gloves, swing kick, and then web dome. And that's that. So now the next level is going to be about Uncle Ben's killer. He's going to try and go and make his way all the way up to the warehouse in order to find it. It's going to feature a similar skip to what we saw before, where instead of fighting a bunch of thugs to get a key, he's going to use one of them to clip through a door, and that should take about a minute or so, maybe more, maybe less, but he's been very good with it. He's a lot better at it than I am. That takes me like 2 minutes just to set it up.
And meanwhile, Chris just going through MJ's section and coming on a really hard fight here, where he's just going to try to use gadgets the best he can on this first part of the mission, and the second part, a bunch of scary enemies with miniguns and stuff spawns in. So he's going to try to save Equalizer for that part of the fight, and save some electric webs and suspension matrix to use instantly, in the hope the Equalizer takes them all out. This can get really rough really quickly if he's not careful.
And fortunately, we saw here this boss battle, really every boss battle in this game has an element of RNG into it. And there's really nothing you can do about it other than reset a run if you get really bad RNG. But all the RNG cares about is basically how the enemy is going to respond to your attacks. So you have a chance for it to not do anything. You can just dwell on it really easily, or it can make things really difficult on you, and you can lose a lot of time. Here, he's at Oscorp's Gambit, and I believe he's about to do a relatively new strategy that we developed just a couple of days ago, actually, where instead of using Web Dome,
Nice fight by Chris.
Swing Kick. The Swing Kick isn't a full replacement for the Web Dome, but we've noticed it's more consistent than Web Dome for this fight, so we prefer using it over.
Yeah, Chris having a nice fight over on his screen. Just tried to use the equalizer to take a bunch of guys out and web the rest of the dudes. Like getting this far in a run without dying, always good. He has one more wait and then the hardest mission in the run. So other screen.
The level of phases at here doesn't have any major skips that you can use with glitches, so this is more based on just general performance and your ability to beat guards up at a specific point in time, which is fairly straightforward.
And the only thing to talk about with this wait here is Chris wants Miles to phone him as quickly as possible, because if Miles waits too long to call him, then he will legitimately lose time waiting for Miles to talk and the mission to spawn. You can use a backpack skip if you know the timing to do so. The timing with it is it's hard to do unless you're like Rebel and you have your splits open and you just memorize the exact time on the splits.
Alright, looks like he's just about finished with this level. And once that level finishes, he's gonna go to Chase Through the Sewer, which features another skip. It's very similar to the ones we saw at the warehouse. Now, at the very start of this level, you're going to see that he has to defeat this guard in order to get the keys past through the door. It is technically possible to glitch through this guard and get through the door like you do in the other levels, but it's honestly so difficult that it's just a lot faster for you to go and beat them up instead of trying to set up for the glitch. And the same goes for that skip over here with the two switches. It's just faster to just play normally in some cases. And now he has to find a guard that has a special wheel that's going to control the water flow. He has to beat him up, and he just did. Now he's about to take a bit of a detour back over here because he has to get a specific combo or a specific power-up for advanced web gloves, which essentially just act as buffs. They make his punch attacks deal a lot more damage, and it makes it a lot easier to defeat all of the other bosses left in this game.
Alright, so final mission for Chris. This is easily the hardest mission in the run. Follow the money, makes or breaks any and all price runs, heist runs, especially on a ultimate. As he just tries to stealth these guys in a very specific order. If you get caught here at all, it's an instant game over. And it's very easy to accidentally get caught here if you're not super careful. So try and take a very specific route through this first part of the mission.
There also is a checkpoint for getting to 9 guys left.
Which isn't really that helpful, honestly.
Yeah. But it's better than 18.
It's better than 18, but it changes all of the guys' spawns and messes with things.
Alright, now FaZe just got through Chase Through the Sewer. It's my least favorite skip in the game. It's my run killer, personally. He's about to go and fight Stalker, but before he does that, he has to traverse through this little subway tunnel. And he can do that just through a quick succession of web zips. Unfortunately, Stalker doesn't always agree with that, but even if he gets hit, it doesn't lose a whole lot of time, so it's not too big of a worry. Now we just have to see how Stalker's RNG decides to play with us this time.
And meanwhile, Chris, coming up on the first fight part of Follow the Money, he's trying to use Equalizer at the start to clear out some dudes, because he's going to reset checkpoints next part anyway. And quickly running out of gadgets, having to try to improvise these last few spawns on the first phase.
Unfortunately, it doesn't look like Stalker wanted to play nice with us, so he had to change tactics a little bit. What we tend to do is we try to get them with the basic combos, but if that doesn't work, they are less responsive to impact webbing, so he changed his tactic to just using that against him a lot, and that took him down fairly quickly too. Now we're up here trying to traverse Vulture's Lair, which is easily the best level, in my opinion, to practice for web zipping because it's very tight and it's very precise. And
And
very
there's
good.
the first death. That's how
There's a
Equalizer can.
death.
Equalizer, yeah, that happens.
Yeah, this fight is like it is very dangerous.
Phase is just near the end of this level. He's going to take a couple of shortcuts.
Oh,
There's no glitches in this level that we've found yet, but luckily the shortcuts are so short that you don't really need glitches anyway.
Yeah, Chris got messed up there by the fact if you get too close to any of those trucks with the miniguns, they do just explode. And on Ultimate, that does like half a health bar. Like, it's like any little thing on this difficulty. It's really tough.
yeah.
Alright, so now he's chasing Vulture, trying to get the stolen jewels back, and because of the nature of this level, there isn't really much that you can do to save time aside from just staying close to Vulture at all times. He has a sort of rubber banding effect where if you stay closer to him, then he'll move more quickly than he would if you were farther away. So there's a bit of a mixture of that, and in certain cases, trying to get to certain buildings before Vulture does, because he will often stop in order to deal damage, and you have to repair that damage as part of the level goes on.
Okay. Meanwhile, Chris made it through. Now he just has one final swing section before it is time. When he gets to this waypoint and the cutscene plays, it is time on his end.
Alright. Now this level with Vulture is a bit RNG dependent, just based on
I
where
ended.
routes he tries to take, but
Oof.
Vulture's been pretty good for now, so we're just about done with this level, and then we're gonna go head over to fighting Vulture itself, which is another quick boss fight.
Okay, I end.
That sounds like Chris is done.
Yeah,
Twitch
it's
delay
my
messing
new
with me
record.
a little bit.
Alright.
New PB?
Yeah,
Alright.
it's my PB. And
Alright,
кстати,
nice.
ПК PB. ПК PB.
What was the time?
40 and 19.
41.
Yeah.
40 and 19.
First has Zaju. He have 40 and 30.
Now you might
And
have
now I
noticed
first.
Perfect.
Oh,
Thank you, Kirk.
yeah. It was
Nice.
very cool experiments, and I was very nervous. I missed what the key for chose gadget, and I start more nerves. But this was cool. Thank you, guys.
Thank you
Alright,
too.
now
Yep, well done, Chris.
rewinding back to Vulture, you might have noticed that he went a certain ways just to pick up a combo that's going to be useful later on for Green Goblin boss battle. He didn't manage to get the one cycle with the Vulture, but luckily it didn't really matter too much because even without being able to one cycle him, Vulture is a very quick fight. And here is one of my least favorite levels of the game for Corel, where you have to go around the level and fight a bunch of robot spiders, which are chasing after both you and Scorpion. And the reason I don't like it is because it's a very long level, and these robot spiders can just kind of go wherever they want. But luckily, it looks like they decided to play a bit nicer for FaZe here, so he was able to find them a lot more easily, and he's able to take them out in a reasonable amount of time.
Alright, I think it's time for Ink's run now. Ink. Well, and let me write him to go. Alright.
Scorpion can be really easy or really difficult depending on his mood at the moment, so we're gonna have to see how that looks. So it looks like he's gonna play nice for us. He can go anywhere between like just 7 to 8 seconds to fighting to a full minute, depending on what he feels like doing at any given moment. And it's not even a matter of difficulty setting. He can just randomly change himself. And here you'll see at the very start, he powers himself up with web gloves and then does an aerial punch on the Green Goblin. And you can see that does a great deal of damage to his health, bringing his health down much faster than pretty much any other move that you could use. Now, you might be wondering, well, he has the advanced web glove, so why didn't you just use that and end the level here? The simple reason for that is because he can't. If he tries to do that, then the level will soft lock. So we have to play by game's rules just a little bit here and go through the level normally. But it's still a lot faster this way than to just not use the web gloves at all.
Alright, so Ing is right now in the hostage level. He has to get out of bounds here to get faster, and he has to like point in a specific spot for the hostages to like activate the trigger. No, to trigger the next level. Remember that this is hard mode, so he needs to be like very aware of the bad guys because they can deal a lot of damage in this mode. It's definitely very difficult.
Alright, we're nearing the end of this level. A bit of this level is really just waiting for the Green Goblin to catch up to you. Luckily, unlike the Vulture, there's not really a set distance that you have to be towards the Goblin at any given point. You just have to make sure that you're actually attacking him. So that allows him to just run straight towards the bridge that the Green Goblin would otherwise go to instead of having to keep him in sight. Now, he just had to wait for Goblin to activate the last portion of his boss battle by just listening for his voice. And with that done, we're going to move on to the next level, which is, in a lot of people's opinion, probably the worst level for speedrunning, simply because of the nature of the skip. And this is where the combo that he got from the Vulture's battle comes into play. The Green Goblin is very difficult to fight normally, especially once he's knocked down here. He is very responsive to the player's actions. So, and there are just certain instances where he can just say no to damage. You can be playing normally, and the game will just decide to give him invincibility frames and make it so that you cannot do anything against him. So that's really nerve-wracking for a lot of speedrunners. That's why I didn't really go for that glitch in most of my runs. But he's going to go for it here, and if it works, it should save about a minute of gameplay for him to be able to get back. And doesn't look like Goblin wants to do it yet, but he's going to keep going. Hopefully he'll get it soon. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, meanwhile, Ing is doing the bomb level. In this one, well, since it's hard mode, he cannot just web ball the bad guys, and that would like in easy mode you can kill the bad guys with one web ball, but in this mode, they die by two. So it's better for him to just throw them up with a web swing. Right now he's just deactivating, like saving the bomb, and that will be the end of this level.
Unfortunately, FaZe wasn't able to get the offer skip down just right, so we had to get by it and play like normal. So he lost a bit of time here, but it's not the end of the run. It's not the end of the world. He's just gonna beat Goblin up like normal here with a bunch of impact webs, and then we can move on.
Yep, Ing's going through the fourth level. This time he needs to get to Jonah's house because apparently no, it's not Jonah's house. I think it's the Buggles, the Daily Buggles, where Scorpio is waiting for him because he tries to kill Jonah.
Now, in this level, this is race against time. Spider-Man has to swing through the city in order to disarm a bunch of gas bombs that the Green Goblin has set off. He gave Spider-Man an ultimatum where he can either join him or oppose him, and if he opposes him, then he's going to threaten the city with his bombs. So Spider-Man has to go out of his way to disarm the bombs, and that's exactly what this level's for.
Ooh, all right. Ing couldn't get the one cycle Scorpion, so he now has to see this cinematic like that loses like 10 seconds. I think he will get it now. Alright, Scorpion's dead. That means next level is going to be the police chopper chase. It's not
Alright.
it's not hard, but yeah.
Now that Race Against Time is finished, he's going to go up against a bunch of Razorbats, and the game likes to trick you with its loading screen by advising against you. So it said it right here, against you going on a building to fight them. But as speedrunners, we know what we're doing more than the game does. So he's going to go here. He's going to use the advanced web dome to very quickly take out the wave. He's going to move on to a building below to do essentially the exact same thing. And then after that's done, he's going to finish it off by swinging around and then doing a swing kick on the last wave. You'll notice that there are going to be 2 Razorbats left over. It's going to take a little bit of time for them to spawn in, so he's going to go a bit closer to the end of the level, but just wait around before actually going to it so that he can take down the last 2 once they actually get here.
Alright, now that I just remembered, he's playing hard mode, so it's impossible to get one cycle Scorpion. So alright, no problem. He's going there. He's not having any trouble in this level. Like it depends also in RNG here, because some of the bad guys can really shoot you while in the air, and that could just end your swing. Therefore, you die. So yeah, you just need to be careful with that and pray for good RNG in this part.
During the last battle with the Razorbats, a part of the Goblin's glider broke off, so Peter took it home with him and he was able to find out that it came from Oscorp. So now he's looking through Oscorp to try and investigate the area to get a clue on the Goblin's identity. This level is normally supposed to be a stealth level, and a lot of casual players, including myself, really hated it when it came out, because this game was not made for stealth. But fortunately, as you can see here, that's not really a concern for speedrunning, because if you know the right routes and you know the ways that the robots spawn in when the alarm is raised, you can just speed through the level normally without any concern whatsoever. And so here, he's gotten through this level, and we're about to enter the second Oscorp level called Chemical Chaos.
Yep, and now recently Ink just did a little skip that takes around 3 seconds, which he skips the cinematic of being like in a building. And now he's just getting to the end of the whole police chopper chase section, and he's going to enter the Rhino fight, which can be quite difficult if you don't get the right combo and timing for it.
Chemical Chaos is similar to the last level, where you have an alarm system where if you get caught, then the alarm will go off and the robots will come and attack you. The robots have very different AI here in this level than compared to the last one. For example, if you get hit by a camera in this level, even if the alarm is on, they will immediately be alerted to your position, whereas with the last level, it would only turn on the alarm once. Now here, you notice he has to go through these rooms, and the reason for that is simply to disable the chemical weapon that Oscorp is creating. He skipped through a lot of stuff, unfortunately, due to the fast nature of this game. You notice that he had to attack someone to get a key to go through a room. And now here, he's at the very end of this level. He's deactivated the chemical weapon, and he's going to proceed as normal to the second to last Oscorp mission called Oscorp's Ultimate Weapon.
So Ink did a very good job on the Rhino fight here, because he made him like went into the behind the barrels, so he can just combo him to death in that part. He had a little trouble at the beginning of the fight, but he saved it, so very good. Now, alright, he's doing the Venom chasing part. It could be quite tricky, because he wants to be like he wants to get to the part even faster, and if you do it extremely fast, you can actually lose. So you need to wait just a bit for Venom to catch up to you, actually.
Oscorp's Ultimate Weapon was defeated very quickly. It's a very quick level. Normally normally you have to just, well, actually, always you have to destroy a bunch of shield generators in order for you to get to the weak point of that giant machine, which is its neck. And he did that as we were talking here, and now he's trying to escape from Allscorp, and I wasn't able to provide much input from here, but for those who didn't play this game, essentially what happened is that he took a different route from what the game would normally want you to do, obviously, and in doing so, he skipped cutscenes. And now we are entering the second to last mission, Mary Jane Kidnapped. This is another follow the leader sort of mission, similar to Vulture. However, the goal of this mission is a bit different from Vulture, because whereas with Vulture, you would want to go as close to him as possible in order to proceed. Here, it's actually faster for you to stay farther away. I don't tend to use this strategy myself, just simply because I haven't figured it out yet. But FaZe is able to do it very well. So in doing this, he's going to save, in his own words, I believe it said, it saves about 1 or 2 seconds.
Now Ink's gonna enter the Venom's fight, the first Venom fight. He needs to have like a kind of good RNG here, because he can appear in any part of the map. It's better if he appears like closer to you, so you cannot miss the combo there. I believe FaZe is like in the final mission, right? He's like ending the run soon.
FaZe is in the second to last mission, so after this one, he has to fight the Green Goblin. But
Oh,
unless we get unlucky, that's only going to take around 20 seconds.
all right. Well, not much to say in the Venom's fight. You just need to be lucky, and you have to be also quick for him to appear. You have to react very fast. He's gonna end it soon, and there you go. And he's running out of web cartridges, which are very important for this run to have.
All right, now we're about to enter the last mission. It looks to me, based on what he did and Escape from Allscorp, that he's going to try a relatively new strategy for dealing with the Goblin here. It is riskier than the older strategy of just killing him with impact webs, but if done right, it can save about 4 to 5 seconds. So we're going to see how it goes for him here.
And well, Ingus just
Unfortunately.
okay. Oh,
All right. All right, there we go. FaZe is done.
FaZe done. All right, what was the time?
Yeah.
What was FaZe time?
I'm not sure.
I got 27-29
27, 29.
on my end. Mm-hmm.
27, 29. All right. Got it. Perfect.
How you feeling, FaZe?
I will tell.
Not too bad.
Yeah,
The RNG was bad.
yeah,
Nothing I could do about it.
that was a bit of an unfortunate run, and that's an unfortunate factor for this game. Is the fact that, like, I mean, in some other games it might sound like an excuse, but here it's literally true. Like, RNG can genuinely just mess up a run entirely, and it's nothing, and it has nothing to do with the speedrunner's performance. The only way around that is to try and find strategies to minimize the RNG, which is what we've been doing lately. But we're still learning, still experimenting.
Yeah. This game is very heavy RNG. Very heavy.
You saw a few new strategies that we developed over just like the past week or so in this run, like in Allscorp's Gambit, the swing kick. I went over that earlier, and the last level for getting Goblin off the glider very quickly. That was another strategy that I actually came up with, and I didn't realize it was as fast as it was until FaZe got to looking at it, and he told me that it was like the new best strategy that he knew about for getting him off the glider in that level. So that was interesting.
All right, so we are setting up for slice run now. Let me check. All right, perfect. Now let me put here. I will tell him to go whenever the stream is ready.
Hopefully, we get a good introduction from Sly too.
Oh, but my voice is actually coming out out of his stream. I think it's gonna hear an echo.
I can turn that off.
All right, perfect. All right. I think the stream. Oh wait. There you go, transition. And now I'm gonna tell him to go. Right, wait. Okay, go. Let's go, Sly.
All right, we're going. I missed my introduction last time, so
It's
hello,
okay,
I'm
'cause
Sly
I've been writing him a
Finkleton.
new one.
Yep. The writing for my introduction wasn't quite ready yet.
We've been really working that one out. Sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
the workshop. But now we're here and gonna beat the video game.
Let's go. It's gaming hours. We're well, we got stopped, but we're supposed to jump up that building and punch a little marker that has Bruce Campbell's voice that tells us to skip this intro because true gamers don't need to learn how to play the game if they know how to play the game, right?
Yes, skip the tutorial and chapters 1 and 2.
So this is chapter 3, so we just break that off immediately. And we're supposed to be going to the pizza parlor, but we're actually late for class, so we're going to be zooming on to, what is it, Mr. Connor's class? Is that the professor's name?
Dr. Connor's class.
Dr. Connors.
You put some respect on the title.
Yeah, you see, I'm so sorry. You see, I was so used to writing your intro that I forgot about everything else. My bad.
That's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, first combat here, it's mostly just pressing attack in the air.
Now Ing is like missing some glitches here. Like he's like not getting it. This is a very difficult glitch to do in this Spider-Man game.
Oh, he didn't do it. Sometimes when the briefcase guy shows up, he will actually run up and deck Spider-Man in the back of the head. It's really neat.
I'd like to clarify it's a good thing that didn't happen.
Yeah, we usually don't want Spidey to lose health on a run, you know?
Loses time too. More important, you can punch me all you want as long as it saves time.
Yeah. Alright, so now we're going to the pizza parlor, but sad thing is that we're not going to deliver the pizzas because if my good friend here would actually latch onto the buildings, trees, we're gonna head to the pizza joint. We're not going to talk to Mr. Z's because hopefully if we get a spot next year or further down the future, maybe we can squeeze in pizza %.
And Ink is doing the last part of the tunnel crawl section. Oh, he actually died in the tunnel crawl section. He need to wait. He wanted to do it like.
Now the play is to go to Peter's birthday party. So we got to get a token up in this building right here, and one at the hospital, and then we're gonna go to the birthday party.
Yeah, getting the tokens for points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a few tokens that you would have gotten along the way, but they actually would have gave you the points earlier and would have messed up the route. Oh, there's a token right here too. I forgot about that.
Yep, right there.
Yeah, my bad. You see, I'm just the chatter. Sly's the actual runner.
And get here, see if I can get the token before it interrupts me, and I did. That's how you know it's good.
Aw, swag. Let's go. And now we gotta go meet up with MJ and see how she's doing. And we're gonna skip this cutscene, but we pretty much blow her off because it's time to fight some more crime.
Yeah, Spider-Man saw people go into a building, and he won't stand for that.
Exactly. We gotta protect the fine artwork. See, this game really makes you feel like Spider-Man in the way of like you gotta ditch all your friends and just do nothing but your chores. And you're always late or you're always rushing on time by the skin of your teeth. But we shouldn't have that problem with the last one because Mr. Finkelton over here is the world record holder for the category, actually. And this is any percent.
Please, my father is Mr. Finkelton. You can call me Sly. Not true. Not my dad's name
Understandable.
is not that.
All right. So now, meanwhile, Ink is doing like the second Venom
All right.
fight.
So now we got a chase Black Cat. The good thing about this first Black Cat chase is that Black Cat is pretty much on rails, so you can actually skedaddle and meet up to where she would end up at, and like you're covered, so you could actually just go faster than her. It's pretty nutty, and because of that, you could actually end up in the shop and buy a few things along the way that you're gonna need, and then just catch back up with the chase.
Okay. Magnum, do you hear me? Oh, I think I muted.
There's no real time for this. It's gonna be the same time no matter how you get to this point. But the other Black Cat chases, that's where some more actual tech would come into play.
So right now, Ink is doing like the second Venom fight. He needs a good energy for him to appear in a place not so tricky for him. And after that, he's going to the symbiote invasion in the Buggles, which have like very difficult levels for him, especially if he's playing this category, which is hard mode.
So now we're getting to the last place where Black Cat will end up, and that will take us to the next chapter, all in a day's work.
All right.
See, the reason why Sly is running in a circle is because they're actually revving up Spider-Man to go faster. It's like the kickback on a chainsaw, you know.
True.
All right.
All right, now we're gonna head over to the Bugle and see how far we can get before the chapter switches. The chapter times can be really finicky because sometimes these chapters just spawn in whenever they want to.
All right. So Ink's doing like the elevator skip right now. He needs to be very precise in this. Oh, he need to restart. Yeah.
Magnum, can you hear Sota?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Ink
so
got the
after
skip.
we got done talking to everyone at the Bugle, we got to go out and hit up these photo tokens. So we're just gonna be swinging and going to the tallest building in the world. I don't know geography, so to me they're all just buildings except for the Oscorp one because clearly that has a name. And we're just gonna be punching these tokens.
Meanwhile, Ink is punching the symbiotic generators, and he's gonna get, I believe, yeah, he's gonna get out of bounds here. Yep, to skip the whole level. Very good.
Also, there's going to be one more token all the way at the very top where the last photo token is. Collecting tokens is a big part of this too because it's better to collect the tokens and get the points that way than like having to do random missions and stuff.
Yeah, that would be rough.
Right there's that skyscraper token. There's multiple types of tokens. There's like skyscraper, secret, buoy tokens. So, we collect what we can.
And now Ink is going for the mysterious fight.
And now we're back in the Bugle. And we're about to meet the first boss of the game, and he's a great big ham. And y'all are going to love him.
This is probably the hardest boss fight in the game for Ink right now, especially on hard mode. He needs like a lot of web cartridges to get in on, and he also needs
so we're going to change and
a bit of luck.
We're going to be introduced to the first fight. There it is. It's the Rhino. So the key is to dodge and then just spam a bunch of wall jumps to knock him out.
Yeah, I'm specifically canceling the attack by sliding on the wall, so I have to reset my stick back to neutral in between every kick.
And Rhino has 2 attacks. He can either charge at you or he can swing that little canister. Weave that it contains Mountain Dew personally. But yeah, or if you're on the wall, he can sling it at you. But if you're on the wall during this fight, something's gone terribly wrong. And now we're just heading back to the next marker, and there we go.
Oh.
Newest chapter 5.
Oof.
So
Okay.
we're going to be heading over to Otto Octavius' place. That is not foreshadowing for an eventual boss. It's just a coincidence of a name. And there's a token that we're going to be grabbing along the way.
Oh,
And,
I'm getting on the way back.
oh, yeah. Yep. You missed the token.
True.
Sly. All right, we'll get the
Yeah,
token.
no, I'm getting on the way back.
Come back. Yeah.
It's actually not
Just gonna
huge.
end up talking to everyone shortchanged.
Okay, so Ink almost died in the Mysterio fight, but he managed to save it, and now he's going for the Weatherhouse skip, which got it on the second try. Very good.
And then there should be a secret token here in the corner, in like this little cubby right there. I've been talking a lot. Anything you want to say, Sly?
Not too much, just big swing and
Yeah, that's pretty much the name of the game for like first. I'd say what, half of the game. It's just
yeah,
big
getting this
swinging, going
race
from place
for
to place. Of course,
for
there
enough
are
hero
races.
points.
There's 2 races in the round.
Yeah, need a requisite amount of hero points to be able to get to the next chapter. So getting that for that. Need under 18 here, which is not a problem.
And well, Ink is going through this level, which is very tricky as well.
Alright.
He might die if he's not very careful.
And now we gotta get some more photo op token. So here's the second one, and then right after that, there should be the gamer jump if we land it close. And then instead of getting that last one, we're actually doing a mission for some more points.
And now Ink is finishing almost the last level.
Right,
He's
and
going for the-
now we hit that marker and say hello to MJ.
He's going to get now the final 3 boss fights, which is Doc Ock, Carnage, and finally escaping from the monster Ock.
Like saying
Getting a little bit of lag on Magnum.
here to commentate.
Getting a little bit of that robot mic.
I'm doing my best.
PC is exploding right now.
Beep bop boop beep
Yeah.
swing.
His CPU has just hit 105 degrees.
Oh
my god. He's using Skype.
Yeah, and I'm going to shop during the Black Cat chase once again for some more upgrades because not really a better time to do it.
Alright, Ink is finishing the Doc Ock now. The Doc Ock fight. He needs to do it in. Oh, he actually died in the fight. Oh, that's unfortunate. Damn, and that's a lot of time lost.
Hello?
Magnum, are you there?
Am
I
I
think
back?
you're back.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh,
Liz, I
wait.
hope so.
The
I
Black
was
Cat AI
so
broke.
concerned.
I've actually never seen it break there, and she popped back to where she was supposed to be eventually, but that's gonna lose me some time. She can like get off of her pathing, and then eventually she'll snap back to it. But now she's waiting for me up here, even though I was waiting for her up there for so long. But yeah, that's a new one.
Oh my god. Ing is having like a bad time with Okok right now. He's not
Uh,
getting the combo. Oof, this is rough. Especially because it's my team.
yeah, usually when Black Cat's AI breaks in this chase, it does it right away. I've never had to do that there. I don't think so, at least.
Like the speedrunners, us commentators also have backup strats. AKA, I joined on my phone. So I knew something was going to happen because nothing bad ever happens in a Sly Finkelton stream.
Yeah, that's never happened.
Yeah, not at all. If any of you guys would ever want to come here and witness the stream firsthand, uh, this is pretty average. Sorry, guys.
Oh my god. Ing is about to die.
Alright,
Ing needs to be careful here. One more hit, I think, and he will die.
okay, so now we're changing out, and we're about to fight
Oh
or no, not Mysterio, Quentin
Oh
back.
no way! He died
Let's
again.
go. This is great.
Oh no.
Oh my god, that's like 3 minutes lost right now.
Alright, so there's gonna be these dudes, right, who come out of these lasers, and a pro speedrunning tip is that you can actually touch the lasers if you're not this far behind in the run, and that will actually get the first set of thugs right there to come out. So we're pretty much just trying to bin as many as we can, and there's 3 rounds of this, and all we got to worry about is beating Quentin Beck.
Yeah.
One thing to watch out. What were you gonna say?
Doing a little bit of a safety strat to like just get that extra guy in for the 1 point there, because it is pretty easy to tie or lose to Beck, which both are really bad.
Yeah, and you also got to watch out because sometimes these guys they do land, but then they don't think that they've landed, and so they gaslight themselves into thinking that they're still here. So you got to
Yeah,
watch out for
they
that.
like won't count the points, and you have to go into the pit and throw them in. But doing good on points. Oh wait, okay. What you just described? Oh, it didn't happen. Quentin Beck dropped the guy in, and he got stuck on the collision of the pole in the center and didn't fall in, so the round couldn't proceed.
Thank God it wasn't us that would that were causing that this time. So yeah, we're just bidding some more dudes until the next thing, and it looks like this thing's in the bag. I mean, 11-4. How you gonna recover from this?
All
I'm
right,
not sure if he can win.
Ink finally got it.
Yeah.
Ink got the dog now, and he's heading to Carnage.
Oh, I missed one.
Right, he got the setup good.
It's okay. We gotta let Beck win sometimes. This is a demonstration, you know. We gotta show how Beck does it. We can't can't take care of everything. Alright, so now there's pretty much just this maze that we gotta take care of. And we got 3 hits. They don't do any damage, but if you lose all 3 of your little lives right there, then you gotta redo the whole thing again. Or not the whole thing, but just this part. And it's a little bit tedious, but it's normal to lose 2 of these, and we should be losing the second one about now.
Yeah, went pretty good, especially in comparison to the pits.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right. Okay, so he's getting Carnage now. At any moment. At any moment right now. And Carnage is done. So that left us with the final level, the Monster Oak chase. This takes around 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
Like the fastest you could complete it. And I think the mega time grants you more hero points, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You need to mega time every race in the run.
Yeah. So that's the plan. And I pray that my phone doesn't die either. Also, in order to advance, we gotta pick up these web speed upgrades. They'll just help Spidey swing faster, but it's also important to progressing the plot too. And then here we're going to beat up some control panels.
Nope, that happens later.
Oh,
That's it's chapter 10. We're just going here to say hi to Doc Ock.
Yeah, I got a little too trigger happy. My bad.
Yeah, I mean, you go there like 5 times during the run. It happens to me sometimes.
And now is halfway through
Or
the maze.
we could have gaslit them and say, no, we actually did do that, and Sly is so good that that they punched all the panels at once, and you didn't see it. Could have gone that angle. So now we just got to beat up some dudes. There's the first of 2 snipers. And we just got to beat up these chumps. And then we're going to try and get hit by a truck.
Right, it's finishing now, 37 to
Alright,
38.
so you can get on top of like speeding
There.
cars and cars that are hijacked to beat them up. So we're going to beat this one up and hope that this dude shooting at us hits the car or the truck. And because he did, he gets to live, and we get to beat up his friends. And the sniper, who we often dub the homie sniper, gets to reevaluate his life choices. Also, the reason why we slowed down there is if you go too fast when meeting up a Black Cat, that can actually crash the game. So right there is where you want to cap your speed off.
Yeah, that was a me sniper, and I did not crash, so we're all good.
Mm-hmm. The run is complete.
Not quite.
Not completely, but complete to go. Yeah,
Very
my
good
bad.
running. Very, very, very good run. You unfortunate, Doc, but very good run.
So now we just gotta chase Black Cat some more. Or considering the route that we're going, Black Cat has to chase us to keep up with us, because again, you can pretty much go to wherever she goes to, and thanks to rubber banding, she will end up going faster if you meet up where she should meet you. And then we whip out the zoom map so that she doesn't lag. And then we just keep zooming.
It skips her dialogue.
Yeah. Then another token.
Okay, I need to put this.
And yeah, we do it one more time. And here we're just gonna beat up some more dudes and get some more tokens.
Alright, my timer doesn't show up. Okay.
Also, there are achievements you can get in the game that will also help you get more hero points. So there was an achievement when we beat Rhino, and now here's this achievement for beating up a certain amount of people. And we want to get to them before Black Cat does, because Black Cat's damage output is not that good.
Yeah, and she'll interrupt all your combos and just mess everything up.
Mm.
Oh my pope.
Which did happen there.
Yeah. There's quite a bit of orange in this run, mostly just from outsider factors like the AI of the people that you're teamed up with.
All right, I think I'm ready to go.
Now
So
this is
I'm
a
fine.
really fun chapter.
Oh, where's my timer?
So we spawned in and we got a thing from the bugle, and we're supposed to go to a play to take some pictures.
Okay, here we go.
There's a cutscene which we're supposed to skip because it's a run, but the voices that they give those guys at the play are really good, and you should look that up. So now we got to get some more stuff at the store and skedaddle on down because we skipped the cutscene. But spoiler alert: the building that the play is at is on fire, and there's a strange alien dude that just hijacked it. Also, there's a building on this or token on this building, but we don't get it yet.
Yeah, that's for later. It's a surprise tool that will help us later.
Funnily enough, the play is called the Inferno. I just realized that. All right, so there's these dudes hanging off, so we gotta beat up these robots and get these dudes hanging up these balconies before they end up dead. I didn't have anything for that.
Oh, almost got the drive-by.
Something funny that you could do is if you line it up, you can actually get the hostages on the little candle holders. That's a funny little thing I've seen a few times.
Yeah. It's actually faster to do that in some cases, but it's just so difficult that it's never done in a speed run.
Also, this is the only unskippable cutscene coming up in the entire game.
Okay, I made it all work.
All right.
All right.
All right, so now Mysterio's pretty much just told Spidey, hey, you got to go to the Statue of Liberty. So we're going to be doing that, but we're going to take an alternate route so that we can just bypass a cutscene completely. Also, because we bypass this cutscene, there's going to be a strat where we actually have to dip in the water on purpose. And we could actually dip closer, further away from the statue to save time than having to get up closer because we hit the cutscene. There we go, falling into the water. And look, Spidey just swam all the way there. It's a miracle. All right, so now we got to beat up these orbs. And after that, the boss is going to be on top of this little monument right here. I love the icon for the brain boss. It's really good.
I agree. It's my favorite boss icon.
You can't get much better than that. And then and once we beat up a bad guy, we got to go to their secret lair, which just so happens to be their apartment. I just love that. Like, Quentin Beck's just like curd up all this like just tech and all like these illusions and everything, and he's just a dude in an apartment. So there we go. Now we're in this little dungeon area, this nightmarish clown circus, and we pretty much just got to beat up the clowns.
Trying to clip in the door, didn't quite get it.
Got it.
And then here's some more of these clowns, and they're a pain to fight because they just love to bounce all around.
They're doing it.
Yep,
There we go.
this is pretty normal.
Oh my god. Okay.
Also, another funny thing to note is that health drop is the only one in the game that like gives you what, half back your health, right?
It's like a third. It's rough out here.
Yeah. And now we got to beat these mirrors that these weird monstrosities of Spider-Man are coming out of. And the way you know how to get the mirrors, that there's this little beam of light that shines on the mirror,
Oh my god.
and it pretty much just tells you which ones to hit. Now you're going through this little door, and there's a little angry Mysterio hologram just shaking his fist that you got him. He really is a Scooby-Doo villain in this game. I'm reading the chat right now, and apparently you're getting clowned on in the Twitch chat. Oh no.
They called me a nerd.
Oh no. So yeah, this is another race. 4 races now. I'm bad at math. I promise I did not intentionally lie to you guys. And essentially we're just hopping from building to building, trying to get in these little circles, and they're getting smaller each time.
It's the jump and web zip race.
Yeah. Each of these races have like their own difficulty, so they're gonna be harder depending on which difficulty it says they are, of course. And now we just gotta go to this blue marker. That's really what this game is. It's just like it's a big old to-do list for Spider-Man. And normally whenever the run's going smooth, we're not bumping into a whole bunch of buildings like we are, but we ball sometimes.
No, it's a strat, probably.
Yeah. It's not the greasiest strat, but let me tell you, it is a strat. Also, this thing that Sly's doing right here is called a glide. It's a little thing where correct me if I'm wrong, but you swing, but you point the opposite direction of where you want to swing, and that will like make Spidey fly, right?
Yeah, you miss a swing on purpose to get a higher speed.
And now we're punching the control panels. I knew it was here.
It does go pretty quick though.
Yeah. Now, Doc Ock is just going to magically get out of the hospital after like 5 minutes and beat up Dr. Connors. But first, we gotta get these little alien boys from Mysterio and beat them up. And the reason why we're standing so close to the ground is so that the Mysterio robots spawn closer to the ground, and it's easier to fight than like having to like jump from building to building. Now we gotta go visit Dr. Connors and see what happens.
He had to go to the hospital, but he's a doctor. He'll be all right.
Yeah, he just tripped and fell. That's all. This is like what, 2004? He was practicing his Life Alert commercials.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now we're just zooming on by to the next little to do.
Thank you for traveling, Air Spidey.
Phew. Okay. We're going good. We stopped that plane. Now we're going for the worst level, where I can die by any bullet.
Now we're out here in the bugle.
Plane isn't the worst level.
Oh my god. Ah. Good to hear.
So this is where we meet Shocker. We meet him in this chapter, right? Or
Nope.
no, the
Next chapter, we're going to bank.
next. Yeah, the bank. That's right. This is where we got to fight Doc Ock and save Aunt May.
And bank is potential to be the worst. We'll see.
There's pretty much 3 strats. You can get him while the nerd combo strats. You could wail on him, or you could just do your best and hope that a cop shoots him. It's a little bit of a jungle out there with this bank fight.
Oh.
And so hopefully
God.
things go good. I hoped and things are not going the best.
Nope.
No.
I'm on my own now.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is
Attaboy.
fine hitting everybody but Doc Ock.
So this is the lock-on. This is what we do when we're desperate. And
Yeah, this is a really bad time.
this is not the greatest of events going on right now.
Yeah, because Spider-Man's auto target will pretty much always go for everybody but Doc Ock for some reason, so you kind of got to lock on.
And now we got to fight these 3 dudes with bomb guns. And something cool that you did in your GDQ run is that you actually ended up getting them in a corner and just like kick the holy heck out of them in a corner. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it has to be in that hallway. I didn't get a good setup for it this time.
Yeah.
It's really rare.
All right, now we gotta get up there before the helicopter takes off, and then we gotta race the helicopter to the train tracks, but not before we stop at a restaurant to get a token and another New York landmark that I'm unfamiliar with because I don't live there to get a token.
It's definitely a building that has a name.
Yeah, it was a building that was built in New York. We can tell you that. And then that little bit of slow mo, that's called Spidey Sense, right? What it does
They
is
call it spider reflexes, but pretty much.
same thing, tomato tomato, but it pretty much just makes Spidey a little bit faster, makes him a little bit stronger,
Oh,
and
okay.
it saves your hiney whenever things are not going good. And now we're going to be doing the last race, which this is just going in a straight line, and it's my personal favorite to see like how fast you can go.
There's got to be a control switch here somewhere.
Okay.
Now we're on the chapter where Shocker's introduced. And despite our love for Shocker, he's not going to be seen that often because Shocker's a bit of a brat and his fights aren't fun.
True, so we won't do them.
Yeah, there's actually a couple skips we could do to just not avoid the Shocker stuff, but make it as painless as possible.
Ooh, that's rare.
Oh yeah,
I got caught on the door. I actually did it too good. Like I drifted too good and got in the door instead.
yeah, that was pretty greasy. You see, what we lost in the Doc Ock bank fight, we got in that pretty sick token grab.
Yeah, it was that half a second was worth losing 30 seconds on bank.
Yeah, sometimes you got Do a run for the swag, you know. Alright, and now here's another Black Cat chase. Nothing else really much to say here.
Getting a lot of tokens. There's actually a scary part coming up.
Oh, the construction area, right?
Yeah, it's pretty easy to accidentally just get caught in there, and then Black Cat goes too fast, and you have to restart the mission.
Hopefully
But
that doesn't happen.
I've done it so many times that I'll probably be all right.
See, right now I'm praying for this to work, because a comedy of errors would it would be funny to witness, but at the same time, you know.
Yeah, it
And,
worked out.
Yeah, it worked out. That's great.
Oh, great. More guys with guns. Uh-oh, hostages. Those goons won't see me on the ceiling. Looks like that's everyone. Now to find the next floor. I'm already at full health. They've got hostages inside. The door's
Need a lot of hero points to like hit my quota for this chapter, so that's you just getting them all during the chase.
Seems to be easier that way.
Well, that's the last of them. Time to find Hammerhead.
And we go. Now we're fighting Hammerhead. Or how I call him, Dr. Cortex. Oh my god. Oof. That was
Go to visit a club,
got it.
and this is the first shocker fight. And as you're about to see,
Oh my
it's
God.
not going to be a
Okay, I
fight.
failed.
Dude, now I'm scared of messing this up. We'll see.
I'm hoping.
Got it.
I have to do the whole fight. If not, I think this is a fine angle. Yeah, I'm fine.
There. I hope that holds him.
So pretty much, Shocker just loves to run away and do nothing but run away. So this skip actually gets you in without telling Shocker that you're in here, and then you just do a couple of these combos. I think like 5 times, and then you just like beam him in the back of the head. And if you overdo it, Shocker will just lose all of his health, and you have to restart the entire thing. But if you count it right, then that happens, and easy fight.
I bet I can get into the rest of the complex through the air vent. But if I don't turn off those turbines, I'll be spider puree. That should be the control room. I'll need to
Yeah, fight in quotations.
Yeah.
there. That did it. Now
So-
to see where those vents go.
The second skip's even easier.
Oh my god.
Really, I find that one to be the hardest, actually.
Come out to the cove.
Oh, I think once you know the input you need to do, it's easier. All right, I'm gonna
Yeah.
buy a Rising Shoulder Charge, which I normally don't. For that is a secret tool that will help us later.
Not even gonna buy health either.
Nah? You think I'm scared?
Got it.
No?
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, my problem with that second Shocker skip is that like I fat finger and just like go forward more.
Yeah,
I'm really bad at that.
if you position it right and you don't rush it, I think it's a lot easier because you can. A lot of people don't know you can just like tap up on the stick and it'll kind of like buffer Spider-Man to climb over in the perfect way. But
I also don't think it helps that I'm using a Mad Catz controller too.
yeah, that might be an issue.
Yeah,
If I can raise the heat in here to match my body temperature, I'll be in
best controller I've ever used, and it's still not the best. Let's go. Alright, so what are we doing here?
Mysterio and the Speedy Mart.
I have the hardest fight
He's
in the.
he has 3 health bars, unlike any other boss in the game, and
Yeah.
he's also dead.
Yeah, you yoinked him before the other two could load. You're that strong.
Yep, that's
See, we
definitely
call-
why.
See, we here at home call him Sly Finkleton, but the world knows him as Goku.
Damn it.
And now we're just going back into the building
Got it.
and yeah.
Final one.
And now it should be a Black Cat race skip, right?
Yeah, this is the one you actually skip.
Yeah.
Nope.
Because there's a way to clip into the bugle that's actually really important, because then you can just like skedaddle it. Oh, I've never seen that happen before. You just pushed her.
Oh yeah, that happens sometimes. It's definitely uncommon.
Yeah. But so if you don't do the skip, you have to keep up with Black Cat, of course. But also where she spawns, there's Shocker goons that you have to like beat up, and it's just easier to skip it and just collect the tokens along the way. Which last time you streamed, you said that you were going to drop one of the tokens you were collecting, right?
Nope.
Yeah, I had just been unwittingly collecting an extra token here for no reason that I didn't need.
Yeah.
So I get to drop normally get one under this building, and I'm not going to anymore.
Come on, bro.
Alright, so you're going to that warehouse, and then you're gonna get the one on the bridge.
Yeah.
Alright, that sounds sick.
No.
That sounds a lot easier than having to like hold your momentum and just like pray that you don't fall and lose a chunk of health too.
Yeah, I kind of determined that one to be the worst.
Alright, and then we get the one by the bridge, and we end up with we're just right there at the second location. And what I love is like Spidey will be mid pose and then he will just default. So it's really fun to see him like
Oh my god.
at a
Finally.
180-degree angle diving and then just like reverse engineering
Finally.
himself. So here's the second shocker skip, and this is actually the worst boss fight, because those little circular platforms are actually little things like Shocker will lift himself up on, and he'll like give himself a shield. And what you have to do is you have to like hit buttons with Black Cat, and it's more tedious than anything. So just do that, and then wail on Shocker some more.
Yeah, I forgot how many combos I did, so I didn't do as much damage as I meant to, but it actually doesn't matter for that one.
Open up. Open up. Got it. Oh. Okay.
I love this bit because they give you 5 minutes to like clear not a whole lot of distance. I don't know why they gave you this abundance of time.
You can actually jog there in that much time, I think.
I'll try it and let you know.
Yeah, I think
No,
you need
I'm
to jump to get on top of the bridge, but
Yeah. And now MJ's getting jumped, so normally the plan is to do a hero punch and doink them at once, but things did not go smoothly, so we're stuck here in this predicament.
there's my
Now
health.
we get some free health. And now we gotta go talk to Black Cat again.
Got it.
You got a really good distance before that marker spawned.
Yeah, I'm getting better at that. Ideally, in like the perfect situation, you could get there before it even pops up, I think.
That'd be fun to watch. And now we're just racing. That's essentially what it is. So do you have to be Black Cat or Black
Yeah.
Cat?
You get 500 extra hero points for beating her, which we need.
All right. And now we just got to beat up this this little gang of villains. And now there's robots that love to shoot missiles at you. So that's fun. I think if you don't do it, it takes Black Cat like what 20 minutes to clear this entire area.
Definitely more than that.
Yeah. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I guess the enemies could hurt each other, but like if it's just Black Cat damage, you'll be there all day.
I tried it one time, just timing, and like after the 20-minute mark, I was like, I'm losing count, and I think I just ended up reading a book until I heard it was over. And now here's the best part. That intrusive thoughts monologue that people always have, but now you drown yourself.
Yeah, I gotta switch so that I can hear this because I need an audio cue and I can't hear the game right now.
I'm keeping count. I think it's like 5, right? 4. And then 5. Yeah. I watched a run earlier so that I could take notes, and I was like, remember 5. Just remember that. Now, we end up back where we started. Normally we end up there before Black Cat spawns in. And now we're going to Oscorp, right? And I think I believe that we're going to Oscorp, and we got to get that token at that building where the play was. And then we go to Oscorp and we swing a little bit past it because that will actually fast forward the dialogue, right?
Okay.
Now I can hear again. And I'm swinging over here so that the building's loaded in for the cutscene because that'll make the load time on the cutscene shorter.
That's what it was. I was trying to remember why. I thought it was Mysterious Health pickup gives 50% or 1/4 of max health. Just checked. Thank you to our friend Nate for letting us know that. So yeah, we're pretty much at the end game now. So now we're back at your apartment, and we gotta go on a date with MJ.
Lightning rings. I suppose it could be worse.
Alright, now we're gonna get on a go to a date with MJ and get interrupted, and now we gotta go back to the train tracks so we can fight Doc Ock.
Yeah, Doc Ock on the train is another one that could be a mess. We will see.
Oh my god, what happened? Oh, come on, bro.
What a bonk.
One more.
Alright, now we've hit that spawn point. Now we're going to try to beat Doc Ock on the train. and this fight can be a bit of a pain too.
Oh, well,
And we're starting it again. Doc Ock really does not want us to succeed over here on Team Spidey. I think he's sabotaging us.
yeah. Doc Ock works for Team Venom.
I can't believe this.
It actually wasn't as bad as it could have been.
SMHing my head. Alright, now we gotta go to Doc Ock's secret fortress now that Harry knows that you're Spider-Man. And there's a little bit of beef going on in the Slife Pinkleton chat because I have a stutter. That's great. Night, Koba. And now this is going to be the last Doc Ock fight. And before you fight Doc Ock, you gotta get rid of his shields. I've never seen that before either. That's special. You think you're gonna get bonked in here?
I did.
Yeah.
Made the early cycle, and that's actually like an intentional bonk to get me closer to the thing.
Let's hope you don't get bonked again, because one more bonk and you're gonna get yoinked.
Well, if I go fast enough, I'll get bonked here, and it'll be good.
And now the last one by the water.
All right, and then going into the final fight.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
And hopefully this one's easy.
But it sort of
Yeah,
finished before me.
I finished.
Wow, right before me. Oh, that was close.
Oh,
You like
we
almost
go.
finished
And
at the same time.
Alright, all
Now,
depends on
now
Burke
there's
and
uncanny Peter Parker.
and Rebel.
Just tell me when to go.
Let's go.
Just let me know when.
All right. So
That was fun. That was
Yeah.
pretty good. All right, good luck to the rest of Team Spidey and Team Venom, I guess.
Good luck, guys. It was fun. Thanks for having me on to commentate.
Perfect. Thank you, man. Thank you for
Peace out.
participating.
Adios, fellas.
All right. Also, please tell me when I need to go as well.
Wait. Let me set up all.
Say, we got a close race, folks.
Alright. Now it's time for Burke and Rebel. Let me check here. The streams. If the streams are fine. I got the Burke stream. Okay. Look at it here. That's a Rebel, that's Burke. I'm gonna put your names, Rebel, and then Burke here. There you go. Alright, now the next thing is your polls. Let me see. This one should be. Okay. Transition. Now. You guys both ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. Give me 1 minute.
It's fantastic work by all the runners so far.
Yeah.
And this is a really close race.
Yep.
And these two estimates are pretty tight, so this will be interesting.
Oh, what's
No, dude,
My
I'll get the 31.
My bias is rooting for Rebel. I'm on your team, bro. You got this. Bring it home. Smile.
I'm on neither team, so yeah, you both suck.
Damn.
Well, now.
We do TBH, not gonna lie.
Hey, Tess, maybe you should get a 248 and NG plus, my guy.
Ooh.
Wow. It's like, hey man,
Maybe you should stop
play
laughing at the
Ultimate
skill issues.
sometime.
all right? Should be fine now. All right, guys. So ready? I will count. Oh wait. All right.
Wait, are we both going to start at the same time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
Make this
We have to
easy?
distract from your unskippable cutscene somehow, dude.
True.
So at the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Final race.
Right. So, while we have time at the start, let's explain what the heck both these people are doing. Burke is running backpack percent. What that means is he's starting a brand new file, and he's going to collect every single backpack in New York City. There's 51 of them, right?
50.
55.
That's
55. And
Never mind.
55 of them scattered throughout the city, just from a fresh file, which means he has to complete the first 2 missions of the game, and then he's free to go around and just collect all of them.
Technically, I need to beat the 3rd mission, and then I can get the rest of the backpack.
Right, the lab is technically a mission, yeah.
You don't get the backpack till after you've done the lab bit.
Yeah, he has to complete the Spider Cop mission as well.
Yeah.
Okay, just to clarify, I know nothing about either run, by the way. I'm just here for moral support, so go runners. I'll be vibing.
Yeah, so Burke's in an unskippable 3-minute cutscene to start the run. Rebel
Movement at 209.
Rebel is playing the Silver Lining DLC, which starts off with a bunch of dialogue and you swinging into like the first fight of the run. So, Burke, are you going for the launch right away?
Of course.
Of course he's going for a lab launch. He's not a baby.
Who do you think I am, man?
Yeah, so Rebel's going into a big old fight with spider drones are just they're so powerful, and Rebel
They
has
are
a
very broken.
and Rebel knows exactly where all these guys are spawning in and how many to use so that you'll have more of them for the rest of the fight. It's one of those things where if you just spam the gadget button at home, it'll work out for you until you run out of gadgets, and then you don't know how to follow it up. So it takes a lot of skill just to manage it and do it in a way where you'll save time in all of the fights. So, yeah, Burke finally has control. So, yeah, as we talked about a bit earlier in the run, swinging is technically the fastest form of movement. Shockwave glitch here for Rebel, very similar to what we saw.
Yep. It just
Recon's
shreds
run
through on
earlier.
HP.
And
Unfortunately,
that's-
I'm pretty low on drones, which is pretty sad, TBH.
Yeah, the gadget management's a really big part of this run for Rebel, especially. You need managing your drones. Rebel is going to go out of his way to not use a single gadget that's not a drone if he can avoid it. Mostly because whenever he does get random gadgets from enemies defeated, he wants it to be a drone. So if it's only drones that he's missing, then he's guaranteed to get the drone if he gets the drop.
Yep. There's a lot of gadget manipulation. A lot of gadget manipulation. I was spamming some tricks there to get some focus while I was waiting for this cutscene to spawn. That's all I was doing there.
Yep. Burke going into the first little bit of a fight. This is a new game both these runners have maxed out files with everything unlocked. Berg is a proper New Game Plus run. Rebel, technically, DLC's post game, so yeah. That same difference. They both have everything. Berg's going for a really dumb launch here. Where
did you get a good one?
Yeah. I got a really good one.
He goes for a visual reload where you change the graphic settings.
Oh my word, that was a good one.
Oh my wow.
Christ.
I just saw it, dude. That was a good one.
All right. Well, this is a full NG Plus run now, Berg.
Yeah, NG Plus run now starts at like
247, boys?
247? 247?
So you can't do the backpacks anymore, dude. It's too good. You got to do the full thing.
You throw the race for the 247, right?
But yeah, he changed the graphic settings. There's a bunch of graphic settings with the PS4. He opened the share menu as he did it, which causes the game to hold still for a few frames, and it'll like speed up really quickly to try to catch up. And then he mashed the map button in and out to slow it down a little more. And if you time those things well, you get slingshotted across the map. It's very interesting. And he's going to just clip out a bounce. Surprisingly easy to do. Just set yourself up near a wall, web shoot near it, use a proper suit power, and then some nice little movement to get up to this vent here. Skips a crap ton of stuff here in Fist Tower, saves like 10 minutes. He just has to do this last bit where he lines up walking through this door at the exact point a cutscene plays to overlap two cutscenes to play on top of one another, and that will allow the sequence to load in properly. If you mess up that bit, then you just soft lock the whole thing, and yeah, don't do that. Not recommended. Rebel in this fight is all the goons spawn the opposite side of the fighting arena that Rebel is on. So Rebel's going to try to drop drones on one side, then go to the other side to manipulate the spawns to run into where he dropped the drones. And that was all right. Drones could have done better for him.
Thank you. I did click inside the truck as well, if you missed that.
Yeah, drones can be a bit fickle. You just kind of have to drop them and hope they actually do their job. That's kind of just the nature of the thing.
Yep.
But Rebel was able to leave the arena before the drone did the final thing, and that's honestly the most important thing, is just be on your way to the next mission.
Don't get stuck by the, like, you're about to abandon the mission text and you're all good.
And real easy boss fight on Berg's screen. Going to punch Fist a couple times, then he's going to use the negative shockwave suit power in phase 2 to instantly KO him. And we have auto QTEs on, so there's just going to be a glorified cutscene.
It's basically just a cutscene, right?
Yep. Now, Rebel's going on a chase that has some really cool stuff, mainly accessibility features in this game. There's an accessibility feature called Chase Assist. When it's on, it slows down all vehicles that you chase to just slows their movement down where they're easier to catch. We can manipulate that because in this first part of this chase section of the mission, it is faster to just catch them as quickly as you possibly can, so we want it on. For the next part, we want it off because the mission is based on just certain triggers, and you need the vehicles to get to the trigger in order to start the next part of the escort mission. So we turn it off so the vehicles will go as fast as possible to those triggers.
You also specifically need the car that I latched onto because it's the only car that only has 2 people inside it. The other one have 3 people.
Yep, I am a good 15 seconds behind you. So
yeah, I gathered.
Yeah, there is a delay, but it's whatever.
Twitch delay. What can you do? Yeah, Rebel's going to go to some very specific trigger points, cause a couple explosions just by being in the general area. It's like take out a turret gun truck, and then spawn into the last part of the escort where there's a bunch of drones. Just chase them a little bit, web them up,
That was pretty good.
and you can finish off this escort pretty good. Escort's one of those missions where there's not a. It's optimized where there's not a heck of a lot of time to save, but there's a lot of time to lose. As Burke, just going to skip some puzzles, because why wouldn't you? You have the option, so why would we do them, right? And once he skips these puzzles, he's going to have another launch, which will do pretty much the same thing as the last one. He's going to change the visual settings, open the PlayStation Share menu as he does that at the same time to cause the game to freeze temporarily. And he's going to try to time it on a frame where, because the key is in this little bit when Spider-Man exits the lab, Spidey is actually moving during the cutscene. So he's trying to stop it at a specific point in Spider-Man's movement where the pause will actually launch Spidey in a specific direction. And if it all goes well, he'd be flung literally halfway across the city. And if it doesn't, shame.
Yeah, it saves so much time if it goes well.
It saves a solid 50 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Oh! Is it the 247
Is that a
attempt?
good okay or a bad okay?
You will find out.
Oh,
Is it 247 attempts? Oh, it's 247 attempts.
Yeah, Burke, screw the backpacks. Go for a 247 right now.
Okay,
throw the race right now. He also just used a web shooter in midair just because it stops all momentum to use a gadget. So instead of overshooting the building he was going for, he could use the gadget and land right on top of it. Neat little tech. You can mash out of that little surveillance tower, and the rest of this mission for Burke is run around a bunch of waypoints where he knows it's going to spawn. Use some well-spotted drones, and yeah, very much fun times.
I'm going to a very interesting fight right now.
So, yep, really hard mission. And by hard mission, I mean it's a mission that's one fight and like 6 dudes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna jump and use a takedown, and at the same time throw out my Spider Bro, and Spider Bro comes out during the takedown, and then starts taking out the guys for you.
Yeah,
One of the thugs has 2 pairs of pants on. Let's go.
Let's go.
Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of small optimizations in the friendly neighborhood runs where, like, Rebel throwing out the suit power during the takedown animation, or like Burke during the first fight of this mission. It's a forced tutorial prompt to do an air launch, and he actually could quickly mash out a drone while doing the air launch to have the drone just take out everything.
Yep.
A lot of very small optimizations, like Burke resetting checkpoints on that dude to just skip a little cutscene. You do not get the crime token if you do that, so any percent runs do not do that. The crime token's more important.
Yep, I'm about to soft lock the game real quick.
Yep.
First backpack.
Yep. Rebel waiting in line, and by waiting in line, I mean he's going to just walk around some dudes. You're supposed to be eavesdropping on them. Rebel knows where to go, and he's going to try to do a little bit of an exploit where once this trailing bit ends, he's going to try to reload the checkpoint. And very briefly, there's a couple of seconds when you reload the checkpoint where the game hasn't yet registered that you're in a Peter section, so you have the movement abilities of Spider-Man. So for a couple seconds, he can try to reload checkpoint, move the camera, and point launch off one of those lampposts in the opposite parking lot in order to just instantly go where you want to go for the end of the trailing mission, where you instead, what you would normally have to do is run behind an alley and run up buildings. Like, the whole thing saves like 20 seconds.
Yeah. Unfortunately, doing this actually does softlock the game, but there's a very easy out. You just reset the checkpoint during the cutscene afterwards.
It's like, yeah, it does actually softlock the game, but you just reset checkpoint and it still saves like 20 seconds.
That's the wrong lamppost.
Yeah, and now Burke's at the part of the run that I can't really commentate. He has literally memorized where all 55 backpacks are. He's just going to grab them. That's it. That's the run.
Yeah. Second try is fine there, to be honest. It can get a
Second try is perfectly fine. It's really funky. You're going for specifically the first lamppost, and you're moving, and like it's almost impossible, I feel, to see what he's doing on stream.
You have to do it. It's like so quick.
Because like in person, when you're staring at the monitor, it's like you have like a split second to see where you're trying to point launch and aim at. And
I made it look like it's easy to get onto that little perch with the truck. It's not. The game does not want you to point to like web zip to it. So like it's really difficult sometimes. I've honestly lost speedruns to trying to web zip onto that thing.
Yeah, Burke does have to finish keeping the peace here, but he could actually go to certain parts of the map he has access to during keeping the peace to pick up a few backpacks. It's a small optimization to try to save on some time.
And another bonus of doing the previous fight fast, I have my Spider Bro for this fight, which makes it like a second faster.
So, yep, knowing when to use suit power, how to use suit power, knowing how many drones you have, like how to properly dispense of them.
And something else that I've been doing a few times throughout this run as well. There's a bunch of parts in this in this category specifically where the game starts you in a swing, but the swing it gives you is like so slow, regardless of anything that you do that you normally do for your swing tech. If you dodge out of it, it instantly cancels your animations. You can start like instantly moving again.
Yep, it is always better to dodge out of it to cancel the animation. So, Burke, do you have to enter the lab to end keeping the peace?
No, it's just the tower.
Yeah, I thought so. So, yeah, now Burke just collects a bunch of backpacks. That's the run.
Well, there are some things here and there of there's the animation of like grabbing the backpack. If you can have him roll or like at least try to run away from the backpack a bit, you can skip the animation of picking it up.
I mean, very tiny movement thing. The real thing for Burke is just memorizing the most optimal path to go and just trying to keep straight lines. He'll usually try to just web zip around the place and try to stay like above rooftops because that's where most of the backpacks are. Meanwhile, Rebel's in a very difficult fight here. The first bit, you just web up these 4 pillars and you reload checkpoints so you don't have to deal with all these enemies on screen, which is very nice. And then the second part of it is you got a bunch of dudes spawning on the one side of this big arena, a bunch of dudes spawning on the other side.
It was an insane fight.
It's like, there's a lot of technical stuff if he knows exactly where these guys are going to spawn and what type of enemies are going to spawn in, and you're really just trying to lay down drones in optimal place, and holy cow.
I coded that, by the way.
Did their job.
I coded that, by the way.
Wow.
The drones popped off.
I did so well.
The one bit of friendly neighborhood runs that isn't consistent in this game is drones are very strong, but they do have a mind of their own.
Yeah.
It's like it is very possible for you to do everything correct and drop the drones in the optimal places, and drones can just choose to be mean and not do their job.
Yeah, this fight next is a pure example of that because this fight can just decide to like not work at all. that I'm
Yeah.
coming up on. Oh yeah, I've got an out of bounds to do first as well.
Yeah, first he has to go out of bounds, which just web zip on a very specific part of the wall the game really doesn't want you to.
Nope. I was a little bit too high there.
Yeah, the game really doesn't want you to get on it. It's actually surprisingly hard to go on that exact spot.
Oh my word!
And he's going to try to web shoot to where Spidey just sticks his head into the pipe a little bit, and that will force him out of bounds with the Web Blossom power.
So difficult for no reason.
Yeah, it's pretty specific, and like I said, the game doesn't want you to be there. It's very jank about it.
You saw out of bounds when Burke was doing it. This is the out of bounds in this section. It's just as cursed.
All the out of bounds in this game are very cursed. So Burke, I'm very disappointed you didn't throw the run for the 47.
Right, so this run was on hot pace until I failed that out of bounds twice.
It happens.
Alright, now I need my drones to come back to me. Good. Drop that one there. Put that one there. Go back here, drop that one there.
Yeah, this is a classic, like Rebel was saying, mission of he knows where he wants the drones, and the drones can just choose to not do their job. Because you don't control the drones. You pop them near enemies, and normally, if there's an enemy to shoot, the drone will stay there and shoot. But sometimes the drone's like, no, there's an enemy halfway across the world. Let me go slowly fly over there and shoot that guy.
Right.
And this fight's hilarious, because that was a pretty solid fight. That fight is hilarious, because on PS4, there's a whole extra wave that Rebel did not
fight. And on PS5, it just doesn't spawn. There's no reason for it. They just don't spawn.
We don't know why. On PS5, a whole extra wave just does not spawn.
What about PC? Is it the same as PS5?
PC is the same as PS5. PC is just the remastered version. So it's
the
exactly
remastered version, the whole extra wave just doesn't spawn.
It has all the same problems.
Saves time? Woo? Okay, so this is the most scintillating part of the run. Because, there are city waits where you have to wait for story missions to spawn. Because the devs are just trying to get you to do side stuff. And we're speedrunners and don't want to do side stuff.
Incredibly smooth suit change. Suit power change.
So Rebel's going to just sit and wait for approximately 5 minutes.
It's 6 minutes and 10 seconds from skipping the second cutscene at the end of the mission before it.
Yeah, so I figured from about now it'd be about 5 minutes.
It's about 5.5 by the time you get here.
Yeah. So Rebel's just going to sit and wait for 5 minutes and give Burke time to collect. I don't know how many backpacks he'll collect in 5 minutes. Like 15?
I'm on my way to 24 right now.
Yeah, how many backpacks will you collect in the next 5 minutes for our amusement?
Do you think I know that off the top of my head?
Yes.
Should do. I want you to do math on the fly.
If you can't do math on the fly, then what are we doing here, Burke?
Yeah, like, if you can't root on the fly, what's the point?
You're telling me you're not thinking 5 minutes ahead in the category, you're just swinging around New York?
Wait, what?
For every single backpack, Burke, or is it for groups of them?
Okay, I think it is focus time, boy.
Why? What have you done?
It's like, we didn't screw you up already, did we? Come on.
No, if you check my pace.
Oh, I just saw.
It's like, and you could have thrown this to go for a 247, dude. Absolute wrong priorities, man. Could have had the 247.
You should have a split for every backpack. TBH, 55 splits, true optimal SOB, let's go.
I mean, yeah, that's how you get the super optimal. That's some of the best right there.
This has just turned very intense. What have I returned to?
I'm waiting for 6 minutes. Burke's collecting backpacks.
Yeah,
On
nothing.
pace.
Nothing other than ordinary, I guess.
Absolutely not. We're doing fine out here.
Yeah,
I've got to
we're
fight a
chilling.
boss after this, and it's pretty RNG, so it's
Yeah.
very funny.
Yeah, Rebel was on hot PB pace until the Sewers clip screwed with him.
Yeah.
What
I
is
actually had to
happening
run.
with this run?
Oh no! I actually had a run the other day in this category that was like that was like 10 seconds ahead going into Hammerhead, and then I got trolled on cutscene position like 4 times. I was like, bruh.
Is 10 seconds ahead before Hammerhead for you record pace?
No. It's still like 5 seconds or so off.
Because I know you're close to me. I don't know how close.
I'm about 20 seconds behind you.
But I also know my PB is actually just
Exactly.
stupid. So
Exactly 20 seconds, actually. 29:38 to
Yeah.
29:57.
all I know is my Silver Lining PB is really stupid.
Yeah.
Rebel can attest to this. It's very
Yeah.
dumb.
Yeah, this is the only category I can play in this game that doesn't break on my console. It's very annoying.
You have a
Awesome.
very
Yeah.
cursed copy of the game.
I really
to be
do.
honest.
Like,
Or a cursed console. Don't know
all
which.
Turf Wars does is soft lock. Heist has a thing that I always lose 10 seconds to. So I actually can't play either of the categories, and it's just like, bruh. My heist time, I can save like 20
Universe is
seconds.
giving you a calling, I suppose.
Yeah.
Kind of grind that.
What we can talk about is Rebel put on a power called Unrelenting Fury.
You can use a
which,
couple of things here, but we use
You can use a
Unrelenting
couple
Fury
of
for the
things,
swag.
but Rebel's going for the swag strats.
Yeah, you can use, what's it called, Defense Shield? If you want
Defense
to.
Shield.
The
Defense Shield is
defense-
objectively better for
It's
our purposes.
absolutely. It is.
Oh my god.
It is
Because-
objectively the best version.
Because
doing
Unrelenting
this
Fury just you use the suit power and you cannot be interrupted by enemy attacks. Spider-Man can just keep punching and kicking,
Oh my god.
but you do take damage while you do it. Like-
That is the third gold this run.
It's like you could, but for the purposes Rebel's going to use it, you could use Defense Shield, which does the same thing for us, except you don't take damage. So on Ultimate, you have to use Defense Shield, but the swag strat is doing the Unrelenting Fury for the memes.
Oh yeah, I'm doing Unrelenting Fury every time, dude.
That's a
Alright.
bit.
Let's go.
Pretty bug.
All right, now I have to do a little bit of a mission here where I help Sable fix this
Yep.
aircraft.
This is all dialogue triggers for Rebel.
Oh god, I got the web swing glitch.
He's every time. He's waiting for he's waiting for certain dialogue triggers in order to do a backpack skip where he'll open the menu, look at a backpack.
I love the web swing glitch. It's like when you get stuck on the ground in the middle of a web swing and you're like just on the ground of the boat trying to web swing, but he just doesn't get any speed.
But
So you
yeah,
have to,
Rebel's going to just skip some dialogue by opening up the backpack, have Spider-Man's quip about the backpack override the story dialogue. Only works for certain dialogue, which is why we haven't used it to this point. It works in basically every line in this mission, but only some of them are worth skipping. So, Rebel just eating some of that, then he'll throw some barrels at specific noted times, and then he'll be final boss time.
Yeah, and if you dodge out of all of these, you stay in the air indefinitely, so you can just float
Yep.
here.
Also, throwing in air is always faster than throwing on the ground.
I went a little bit too far to the side there, but it doesn't really matter because it's pretty much on a timer anyway. You have to throw a certain number, and you have to wait a certain amount of time anyway.
Yeah,
So when
a
he says
certain
no,
number, a certain amount of time, and certain dialogue. It's kind of weird.
Where is the speed on that one?
time for Hammerhead. So I'm gonna
Yep.
spam out all my web bombs there to web him up.
Yep, 5-phase fight for Rebel. First phase is going to spam all his webs and punch
This
him.
is, I don't know if you do this, but this is like a little optimization that I've started doing. You can spam Unrelenting Fury right before you hit him, and you have enough time to get your full combo out. And then when he stands up, you can just start going nuts on him.
Yep, that is a thing you can do, and it's pretty swag. So it's just you're supposed to web him up and punch him, and after a certain amount of punches, he'll keel over, and it's 5 phases of kicking him while he keels over.
All right, and
So
something else
first
I'm doing
phase,
as well.
web him. Second phase, Unrelenting Fury. Third phase is going to reset checkpoint to get Unrelenting Fury back, and then immediately use it. And fourth phase, he's going to fourth phase, he's going to drop some drones to take care of spawning enemies that will come
He
in.
was just flying around. I couldn't do anything to him.
Yeah, because after phase 2, he has his shield. You have to wait for Sable to bomb the
Sable
thing.
gave you good RNG, but
Yeah, you have a bit of
flying
RNG
around
with
the
Sable here, and apparently Hammerhead, because that's a thing.
And then
but
reset
after this phase, he's going to reset checkpoint. Then he'll have 2 left. One of them he'll web Hammerhead up. The other one he'll use Unrelenting Fury, and then time will be when the cutscene plays. And he's just going to use some drones and stuff to try to keep the enemies off his case in the meantime.
Oh, really? He trolled me again.
Hammerhead doesn't like you tonight.
Nope.
So both runners are coming real close to time here.
Burke is actually gaming right now.
It's gonna be close.
I got 4 golds already.
Actually ran to the other side of him there.
Yeah,
to stop
Rebel's
myself
getting
from
trolled,
getting a
so
bad
this will be
position.
very close.
I have 6 backpacks left right now.
Right. Come on, Sable.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, Sable.
Burke, chill. Jesus.
Oh, this is last phase. Cool. We did it, boys.
Nice.
That was an actual terrible Hammerhead.
Yeah,
this
that
is last
Hammerhead
round.
was not very good.
Something that I didn't mention, there's actually multiple soft locks that can happen here. There's a soft lock where Sable that's not familiar. There's a soft lock where Sable flies down to shoot him. She just never shoots him. There's another one where she shoots him and then you never let go of him. And you just sit there struggling infinitely.
Yeah,
Wait,
that
you
is
done, Rebel?
a thing.
Yeah, I just finished.
Rebel is done.
GG.
Is that a 3042?
Yes.
Okay.
30 minute no resets, and Silver Lining can't really complain, but boy howdy did Hammerhead hate you.
Yeah, Hammerhead and Sewer Clip.
Burke is gaming still.
Yeah, Burke is gaming right now.
Yeah, Burke's over here PBing by a minute
Yeah,
and a
like
half.
Burke's over here gaming while I'm over here choking.
Man wasn't kidding when he was
Now
going
it's
for 31.
the reverse of the last time we raced Rebel.
Yeah, dude was not kidding. He's like, just gonna drop a 31 real quick, boys.
And GG.
GG. Dude,
That is
dead ass dropped a 31.
that is a world record live.
Dude, dead ass dropped a 31.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh my god, a 31.46. Oh my word.
Looking forward to some rando looking up the world record VOD for that and just hearing some people talking about a completely different run the whole time.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 golds.
Come on.
Better and better.
You popped off that run.
Dude,
no one focused
dude,
on it.
Dude, the launches were sick.
I mean, what do you want
launch
us
is
to
carried.
commentate? He knows where the backpacks are. He just goes.
You should describe the backpacks, you know? That one's still velvety and fluffy.
Oh no, technically, we should technically we should know exactly what every single backpack contains. Otherwise, we're not real gamers. So
That is true.
This is true. We are not real gamers.
And that's gonna be.
what is it?
Let's see the final time for each team. That's gonna be 2 hours, 21, 27. Okay, I got it. I got the results.
Make it dramatic.
They get real dramatic.
Are you guys ready?
No.
The winner of for the Spider-Mania 2022 is put it in stream now. Wait.
Austria?
No, wait.
Yeah, I think Team Carnage won, guys.
Yeah, while you guys are pausing, I'm just going to go clip into the Avengers Tower.
Yeah, you go for that.
I could show a better clip.
It's Team Spidey, guys.
Yeah.
Here we go. Look at that, boys. We in there.
2 hours, 20 minutes, 44 seconds against Venom, which is 2 hours, 21 minutes, 27 seconds. That's like less than a minute. Less than a minute.
Yeah, 40 seconds
Oh,
apart.
okay.
Nice.
I'm glad I ended this with a world record.
That was nuts.
So close.
It was very close. Incredible.
That was surprisingly fun, actually.
Alright, guys. So that's gonna be it for this year's Spider-Mania. I hope you had fun, viewers, and of course the players as well. I appreciate you actually played this one. It was like a funny idea I had, and then thanks for making it a reality. I have to say, like, I apologize for the laggy streaming maybe at sometimes because my PC cannot handle this kind of things. But I promise next year I will get a better PC or a better host to do this. So yeah, anything you want to say, guys?
Burk, how you think if you use Velocity Ultimate, it will be faster?
What building did you clip into?
There's the really tall building in the financial district. That
one.
Dev box. This huge dev box.
That's pretty cool.
So who's in the call? Let me see. Any words to say goodbye, Ben?
Play Spider-Man 2002. That is my goodbye, man.
An underrated game, an underrated gem. What about you, Burke? What you gonna say?
Just play any Spider-Man game. They're all great.
Yeah,
That works too.
And the Sinister Six. Yes, let's go. What about Face? Is he here?
He may not be here. I don't know.
All right, so Pessy.
Face.
Team Carnage for the win.
Let's go. What about Rebel?
Come play some Spider-Man games. There's a lot of them, and there's pretty much a game or a category for anyone with these games.
Very good. Here's Face.
I'm about to say, just have fun in speedrunning.
All right.
That's all.
Recon.
Play Miles and enjoy the movie.
Oh yeah, dude, that's my favorite movie.
2 weeks for a game on PC.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
a pleasure.
two running.
Yeah, that's Kirik. Kirik, anything to say?
Was cool. And I wanna be better for another this мероприятие.
All right, and finally, Ink. Is he here? I don't
Yep.
think he's-
Yeah,
okay,
I just
okay.
just joined back in. I'm kind of glad that my run didn't do so great because otherwise the times would have been so close, to be quite honest. But I do hope next year, if there is a next year for this, I hope more people run. So Spider-Man community, I'm looking at you. More games, more people playing. Maybe an 8-man relay, 6-man relay. Just a suggestion.
Sounds fun.
That would be quite epic. So, thank
very,
you guys.
very.
Thank you all. Thank you, the viewers as well. Thank you, Speed Gaming, for letting us host this event in here. And well, see you guys around and see you later on. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
All right. Catch you later.
Thank you too.
Bye bye.